You know, as a leader, you gotta be able to take the good with the bad, man. You can't just, because the ship's sinking, all of a sudden I'm gonna jump off and swim to another ship like that. You don't do that, right? If you can win championships in front of everybody, then you could miss the playoffs in front of everybody. You gotta be able to take both sides of it.
You know, as a leader, you gotta be able to take the good with the bad, man. You can't just, because the ship's sinking, all of a sudden I'm gonna jump off and swim to another ship like that. You don't do that. You don't do that. You don't do that.
Fam, this interview with Kobe Bryant, it proves Kobe, he didn't respect LeBron or Kevin Durant, fam. Facts. And I really suspect he lost respect for D Wade as well. I really believe when the cameras were off, he had a strong disdain for LeBron James, aka Imposter 23. Can you imagine when LeBron called himself the GOAT in 2019? The conversations Kobe had with Vanessa about Imposter 23? Listen, it's a reason why LeBron doesn't like her, fam. She knows the truth. Facts. Kobe has zero respect for homeboy. Alright? He shitted on the past legends and stacked the deck. And all these fanboys who love their folks' stats, why do you act oblivious to the context? Goliath doesn't get brownie points for stomping David out. How on God's green earth do you ignore that he stacked his teams and still has a losing record in the finals? Y'all are imposters too. That ass. But listen, I want you to watch this interview, fam, and pay attention to what Kobe says in his body language. And after seeing this video, you know what? I gained even more respect for the Black Mamba. You know why? He called these mofos out by name and he kept it classy. Unlike these so-called dudes today with their passive aggressiveness and all of this other BS, he said names, fam. He stood on business. Facts. Yo, listen. Take a listen to this interview, and when we come back, we're going to definitely chop it up. Roll the clip.
You mentioned the organization, and we're talking about leadership, not just on the floor and the players. Within a basketball franchise, the players, they're accountable to each other, to the coach reports to the GM reports to ownership. Let's look at leadership from both the players' perspective and the organization. So to help us with that, please welcome the president and the controlling owner of the Los Angeles Lakers, Jeannie Buss. Oh, so good. So good. It's so good to have. I made a call upstairs.
I see.
Welcome to USC campus. When I heard that you were going to be here, I had to stop by and welcome you and tell you thank you for inspiring another generation. I'm sure everybody's enjoying having you here today.
Thank you. This is family, man.
Speaking of that, so can you share the relationship between Kobe and the Buss family with your dad and your brothers, and what he's meant to the franchise and your family?
For us, Kobe was drafted at 17, and I'll never forget meeting him. He was a eager young man, and I'll never forget our waiter. We went to lunch, and our waiter, Kobe asked him if he spoke Spanish, and the waiter said, "Yes, I do." And Kobe said, "I'm going to learn Spanish." And I thought that was so odd for somebody so young to give himself a challenge like that. And now you speak beautiful Spanish, Italian. You do your press conferences in both languages. So, the idea that we had a franchise player in this young kid was a gift for our family. And the idea that you have been a Laker for 20 years throughout your entire career. That meant a lot to my father, Dr. Buss, that you were a Laker for life, and you were.
Thank you.
You always will.
So what changes, we're talking about leadership, and I want you both to answer this. What changes did you notice in Kobe from coming in at 18 to maturing and becoming sort of the leader, not just sort of Shaq and Kobe, but what changes did you notice over time in him?
When you have your star player who is the first one at the gym and the last one to leave, it sets the bar for everybody else. He made my job so much easier because of his leadership. I don't think he ever really gets the credit for the amount of work that he puts in because he made it look effortless. And, sometimes, his teammates would get a little frustrated with you because you did set the bar so high. But that's what made the Lakers great for your tenure as a Laker. And we miss you.
In most, as Kobe said, the Lakers play for world championships. They don't play for division championships or conference championships. They play to win it all. And from 1997, when Kobe came in the league, through 2012, the Lakers were in the playoffs all but 1 year. The last few years of Kobe's run, they were a young team and they were out of playoff contention. How does your attitude and leadership deal with changing goals? I know it's good to say that you want to win the championship every year, but it probably wasn't really a realistic one. So how do you adjust? How do you adjust as the team leader? And then what conversations does ownership have with the coaches and teams about rebuilding?
Jeannie is so sweet that she saw me work so hard for so many years. And the last few years, her and Rob, who was at the time my agent, called me and said, listen, we are so sorry for what happened to this team. We're sorry that we don't have, seriously, it's like we're sorry we don't have a team around you that can contend for a championship. I mean, so we can make a few calls and get you on a contending team if that's something, because we just feel horrible about seeing you going out there and struggle. Remember this? And I sat there and I listened. I said, we've known each other for a very long time. Now I'm questioning myself because I'm wondering what about me makes you think I would jump ship? We don't do that.
Because
we don't do that.
We couldn't take losing and how angry you would get.
I know. That's probably what it is.
We were scared.
Yeah, I flipped a few tables. Maybe more than a few tables.
It's like that Kobe face.
I felt bad for Mitch. Well, not really. A little bit.
When we lost to the Celtics in 2008, you and Phil Jackson used to say it's worse to lose in the finals than to not make the playoffs at all. And losing, especially to the Celtics, was that much more difficult. But you just took that right from the court and went to the Olympics and led the team to a gold medal. So you took that, and then you were on a mission to get back into the finals and win, and you did. And like,
but we played. But to me, it's fan. Like it's not like the Lakers. I've been a Laker fan since 5 years old, man. I know the Laker history all the way from Minneapolis all the way to where it is today, right? So it's in my blood. And this family, her father, believing in me and standing by me and all sorts of stuff. Like I'm not gonna go anywhere. Like this is home to me. We work through this stuff together. And like, as a leader, you gotta be able to take the good with the bad, man. You can't just because the ship's sinking, all of a sudden I'm gonna jump off and swim to another ship like that. You don't do that. Right? If you can win championships in front of everybody, then you could miss the playoffs in front of everybody. You got to be able to take both sides of it.
or sign with Golden State.
But they weren't losing.
It's the opposite view. It's the opposite view. And
No, it's hard. It's hard to stay.
It is hard.
And that's why in the jersey retirement ceremony, I talked about that. It might have been easier for you to leave, and you didn't. And that,
Yeah. If you're doing something that's so easy, man, you might want to reconsider what you're doing. Like I can't. Durant's been a friend of mine for a very, very long time. Yeah, he's been a friend of mine for a long time. So has LeBron and all those guys. Would I make the same decision? No. But that's their decision. That's their choice. I would have stayed, but it is what it is.
Yeah, people have to do what's right for them. It's not a judgment. It's just a fact. So it is. It is.
It is what it is.
So,
Did you see what he said, man? It is what it is. Shout out to Cam and Mace. Did you see the shoulder shrug? It was like, what can I do? What can I say? Some dudes like to wear tight booty-hugging jeans and pocketbooks. What can I do? It is what it is. Kobe made it clear he wasn't about that life, fam. Kobe Bryant wasn't just a basketball player, y'all. He was Jordan's most decorated offspring, the closest thing to Jordan we've ever seen on the court. And let me ask you intelligent people a question. If MJ is considered the GOAT, then what the hell does that make the guy who patterned his game the best after him? Who, by the way, has 5 rings of his own? This recent attack on Kobe Bryant is the worst thing I've ever seen in sports. The disrespect and the lack of regard is insane. Kobe is a top 6, 7, 8 player ever. Stop it. Who are these idiots who have him at number 11? Now I'm going to say this. While Kobe is the closest to MJ in terms of style and mindset, he was still a light year away from Jordan, y'all. I'm sorry. All you basketball gurus and historians who say Kobe was more skilled than Mike, y'all are full of shit. Please explain and show me how there. Legitimately. Especially when his efficiency was lower than Mike's. And defensively, he wasn't close either. Even though he made more defensive teams than Jordan. All right? I heard a YouTuber say Jordan was more athletic and Kobe was more skilled. Dummy, did you hear Kobe say how he asked Jordan questions about defensive positioning? Is that not skilled? Did you hear Kobe say he doesn't exist without Jordan? Just because Kobe shot more threes and Jack AI's carry crossover, it doesn't make him more skilled. John Sally, Gilbert Arenas, Tracy McGrady, and all the rest of you alleged high IQ basketball breaks, what the f are you smoking? Matter of fact, get in the comments. I want y'all to get in the comments, man. How do you feel about the idea that Jordan is the GOAT, but Kobe is more skilled? Y'all need to stop, man. However, and that's not to take nothing from Kobe Bryant, but there is a separation. However, like I said, with that being said, one thing I believe Jordan and Kobe were equals at is heart. The desire to win, the will to push oneself above and beyond. Killer instinct and Mamba mentality are one and the same. Twins. Do you understand this attack on Bean Bryant's legacy is a failed attack at Jordan? If Kobe was the closest and he still wasn't that close, then the imposter 23 has to eliminate Kobe from the equation. Let's destroy Kobe's legacy. F you, buddy. Facts. Right? And when it comes to LeBron, aka Imposter 23, Kobe didn't see him as the same breed of player, man. That's what's really going on. Real can recognize real. This is why Kobe and Jordan bonded the way they did. LeBron had all the physical tools, but his heart was different. Like cubic zirconia and an FL diamond. The average person has seen a flawless diamond, so they can be tricked to think that the fake shit is real. Copy all you want, man. It can never be flawless. Imposter 23 will never be what the Black Mamba was. And if he can't be that, then he can't even put Jordan in his mind. He's just a souped up Scottie Pippen. Facts. Think about who Kobe was. He won 3 chips with Shaq and had issues with Shaq because Shaq wasn't dedicated. Kobe was a psychomaniac student of basketball. Of course, he had resentment for a guy who had all the physical tools but took the easy way to win and finessed the world into thinking he was the GOAT. All right? Kobe Bryant was an extension of Michael Jordan. The footwork, the fadeaways, it was like MJ handed Kobe the blueprint for greatness, and Kobe followed it to the letter, fam. Better than anyone else, to the tune of 5 chips. So off the rip, they were opposing forces. You have to get through Kobe before you could think about Mike. Period. LeBron knew that. Him and D-Wade knew that, but they couldn't do it, so they combined forces. Coward shit. Imposter 23 was instant coffee the minute he stepped on the court. He was crowned the king. He didn't have to fight for his throne. It was handed to him. And now look at the monster that they have created. He's trying to rival the NBA. All right. And that's where Kobe and this dude part. Kobe believed greatness was a process. This other dude's career has been about shortcuts and stacking the deck. Right? Kobe breathed basketball. He lived it. He sacrificed everything to be the best. And he got that from Jordan. That's the Mamba mentality. It's about grinding when nobody's watching, pushing past your limits and demanding greatness from everyone around you. LeBron, let's be honest, he's more about smiling in your face and stabbing you in your forehead than he is about having rivalries. He's a businessman, a brand, a global icon. Kobe ain't care about being liked. He cared about winning. And that's why Kobe has so much respect for Mike, because Jordan was the same way. To Kobe, LeBron's approach was soft, calculated. He didn't believe in forming super teams or chasing rings. He believed in loyalty, staying with your squad and building something. Right? That's why Kobe stayed with the Lakers through the good, the bad, and the ugly. Because he did have some tough times in LA where he threatened to leave, but he didn't. Meanwhile, LeBron jumped ship every time things got tough. Miami, Cleveland, LA, wherever the grass was greener, guess who's there? To Kobe, like the most of us who have lived, breathed, and shit basketball, LeBron's career feels manufactured. It has lacked the grit, it has lacked the loyalty and the struggle that defined Kobe's journey. Kobe believed greatness should never be handed out, it should be earned. And that's why Kobe didn't see LeBron as the next one. He saw him as talented. Yes, because LeBron is immensely talented. Anybody who says otherwise, stop it. But he's not somebody that embodied the Mamba mentality. And at the end of the day, Kobe Bryant and LeBron James represent 2 completely different definitions of greatness. Right? Kobe was about loyalty, grit, and earning respect the hard way. LeBron, it's about adapting, learning, and stacking the deck. Period. He's not about that life. He don't want that smoke. Greatness is not about stats or popularity. It's about heart. It was about standing in the fire for Kobe, refusing to back down. And that's why he will always be closer to Jordan's legacy and tied to it than LeBron ever will. Now here's the question. Who do you think defines greatness more? Is it Kobe, the extension of MJ, or is it Imposter 23? My bad. The king of the modern era of basketball, LeBron James. Fam, get in the comments and let the whole clip off, because the disrespect on Kobe's name is nuts right now. On your way out the door, if you enjoy your stay, tap the like and let me know you was in the building, fam. Till the next video, don't be an imposter. Be safe. And more than anything, God bless.